Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today's episode, I wanted to dive into the semantic relationship association um, through a concept known as co-occurrence. So, there has been research done going over AI systems and understanding facts and how co-occurrence of an entity plus the association. So the proximity of the words together, so the co-occurrence, how did that impact the understanding of what is factual? And the findings were showing that the AI systems actually relied heavily on the co-occurrence in order to learn these patterns. So um, let's break it down. So with SEO, the search engines associate your brand or the entity with a topic or an association. So these co-occurrences are reinforcing the pattern. And so that pattern is helping the search engines learn what to actually rank. So with, a brand that's trying to target, AC repair in X city, um, the sources that actually associate, this brand with repair, like AC repair in this city, so these different sources are actually reinforcing the trust that the search engine will have, which boosts, the likelihood that it will be ranked, given, the on page and the content aligns. So, there's all these other elements added to it. And so now with AEO, so how are AI systems actually impacted by this concept of co-occurrence? And um, so applying this concept, it is, understood. So on-site and off-site, these relationships need to reinforce to the AI system. As we've learned, something may be true, but if there is no mention or anything found where it does mention this entity with this association, it's not likelihood. Like it's not likely it's going to actually be cited. So this all comes down to the probability um based on the patterns that the AI system is learning. So taking this concept and applying it on site and off site is how I'm structuring my strategy for AEO and SEO. So just strengthening, the understanding of the brand with the main services that they want to be known for, as well as the location. So having that aligned on site and off site. And so for off site, what impacts the AEO visibility is a little bit different. So you want to make sure that your brand has all these different profiles. As I'm sure you're aware, if you can get established on trusted sources like Angie, Home Advisor, BBB, so all of these established sources, and then having reviews that speak to AC repair or whatever association you're going for, is really going to strengthen the trust, and those patterns are going to help the AI system learn that that's what you do and that you are a good result for them to mention or cite. So that's another thing. Like, who are they going to recommend? Someone with poor ratings or someone that has really good reputation out there. So that's where the recommendation comes into play. Where, even if you are starting fresh and you don't have this huge backlink profile or a ton of blog content or whatever, like if you just have, your homepage, your service pages, and about page, and then you get listed on like BBB, Home Advisor, you have a better chance of um being able to be mentioned in the AI systems through the reviews that you're getting, through the co-occurrence, as I mentioned. So like on Reddit, Quora, these other user generated sites too are really going to tie into that, because the AI systems, and then also like you'll see that Reddit is always, getting listed on Google prominently. Um, so that all like ties into it. And if you can think about your co-occurrence in four different areas. So the first being, okay, which is the obvious, your brand entity plus your core services plus location, geo, whatever. So that there's the core service aspects of it or product. And then next, we want depth. So if you are able to associate, common problems that you solve, like if you're a specific like plumber that tackles, slab leaks, like so specific problem and diagnostic, you want to get reviews, you want to get mentioned out there in different sources, stating what the problem was, where maybe signs, and then the real case scenario. So this is really going to layer in that depth and build that topical association. So that's where, it layers on to just like the surface level, like the obvious, which is that core service association to your brand. But now we're even getting deeper with the topical depth. So building that topical authority through diagnostics and problem-based solving. Next. So third is going to be your credentials. So as I mentioned before, like getting on BBB or whatever, and like if you can list out, you know, what kind of differentiates you, and then just your credentials, like what awards, what licenses do you hold. So any of those credentials that you can get listed on all of these profiles, so that the ecosystem is all saying the same thing. And that's part of the co-occurrence layer, is just the brand consistency. And that's what everyone's like really talking about. And we've tried to do it for SEO, but I feel like it's so much more important now in AEO, just getting that pattern recognition. So we really want to hammer home that like the pattern that these AI systems are going to be learning from. Um, and then last, just your positioning. So also like capitalizing on what you are kind of getting known for. And a quick tip that I use. So I leverage the GSC data, and I can uncover Google started serving you for this like Spanish speaking whatever lawyer. And okay, so let's run with that. And so like all okay, these people, they're starting from zero. So there's been no work done. But oh, we got picked up for Spanish speaking lawyer. We start marking up our pages with that internally, and we haven't even really gone and done the offsite yet, but already getting picked up in the AI systems and actually producing leads for the Spanish speaking lawyer in this area. And so like that's just a quick tip. Just gaining insights through your search console can really be so valuable. And like if you can capitalize on it quickly and just leverage that insight, and start testing. Like, I'm pretty transparent. Like I'll let the client know, like, hey, I want to test this out and see how it works. Like, are you okay if we run with this? And like And I feel like usually your client is going to be really receptive. You don't have to know everything all the time. Like if you can just start testing different things and seeing what sticks too, like I think it's really going to strengthen your relationship with your clients too. So um start positioning yourself in a unique way, and if you can leverage the data that's giving you that insight. So the positioning is going to be really important because what are those unique perspectives that you have, like mark that up on your pages. And what do you want to be known for? So this all comes down to your branding. So it's like it's all these different marketing pieces coming together, and it's a real opportunity for the SEOs and all of the other arms of the business like coming together towards a common goal. So just really getting aligned is going to be really useful. So that's all I have today. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or what you want me to dive into next. So thanks again, and subscribe if you like the content.